Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
Stop taking meeting notes and let ClickUp AI Note Taker do it for you. It allows you to focus on meeting notes and let ClickUp AI Note Taker do it for you. It allows you to focus on.
Okay. Today's PPI. I haven't had a chance to look at the charts yet. Give me a sec here. I'll do a quick analysis. 9 minutes, plenty of time. And it's not like we're taking a trade anytime soon too. So top step X. Sorry, everyone. Technical issues from my end. We'll get started in just a sec. Better. Okay. I need to fix my live P&L little icon above me. I gotta shift it, and it takes a lot of work. Probably won't do it live here. Okay, I got some of it captured. Okay. All right. Let's look at news today quickly. Forex Factory, we've got what? PPI at 8:30. And then that's really it. Everything else is yellow folder. So one news event today, and then tomorrow we got news at 10 o'clock. Tomorrow I won't be streaming. I've got some other stuff that I need to take care of, but let's kind of start off here with the daily. Okay, daily, look what it did yesterday. It pushed into our target, which was the upper BISI, or sorry, SIBI here on the daily perspective. This red box price bounced from it, came back lower. I was looking at shorts in the afternoon to take out relative equal lows, and I can't even find them right now, but the shorts were never taken. It wasn't at the charts when the initial drop started, but all in all, right now on the daily perspective, we're trading within this daily fair value gap. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to dive into the 1 hour and see what price is doing. Okay. So previous day high is going to be above us. We essentially took out a lot of liquidity. So all this right here, this was liquidity that was taken. Just give me 1 sec here. All right, sorry about that. So got some stuff coming up. All right, so liquidity has been taken here from the morning. You can see right here, even right here, I think. Let's see if this liquidity has been taken. It has. You can see price just snagged the downside today at 4 a.m. during the London. Okay, so liquidity on the downside has been taken. Can we see, and what we're going to be monitoring is the new week opening gap here. So you can see here price did respect it multiple times. Right now we're trading below it. We're trading below the daily mean threshold. And looking at targets or levels to target, this one right here is going to be interesting. Okay. If price decides to break down below the bottom of the daily BISI, that's going to be my long-term target. But all in all, let me look into the 50-minute chart here to see if there is anything more prominent. Okay. We got news coming out in 1 minute. You can see here on the 15-minute after we broke, and let me get these pink bars here so we know where the daily fair value gap or daily fair value gaps are. I don't like that one actually. London high and lows, suspect targets. This high right here is very suspect. This is a low. Like right now here, like we've got liquidity above these levels. But again, for price to get back up here, it would have to get above the midpoint, show us a rejection, and then take it. Below us, we've got London, which I think is going to get taken. Like I think we have relative equal lows right now. But this is very suspect here, okay? So I think this is going to get taken. This low is lower than that low. So now we're kind of keeping in mind these relative equal lows that were just created here. I think this is just a fake out right now on PPI. It might go higher and then just tag these lows. But this is, if I were to kind of grade, this is all real time here of items. So these lows have been taken. I've been looking at them yesterday. I never took a trade to them, but they've been taken. And then our next level of lows are here, okay? So if we are trying to form something. Hold on here, guys. Man, these charts are getting messy here on my end. Start deleting everything before 5. Five, 6. Okay. I'm just leaving everything right now. That's before 5 days, but you can see here on the 15-minute chart, we have that relative equal low. That target I like. We're trading right now below the midpoint of the daily SIBI. And we're just going to be waiting for price action to calm down a bit. And right now, to be honest, it's low right here below us. I'm liking a lot regardless of this huge wick from PPI, okay? It's not that I'm taking a trade right now. It's just I'm looking at real time what price is giving us. And most likely the trade today is going to be happening after the 9:30 open. Probably like in an hour and 15 minutes. But from now till then, we're in a price read. And if something's very clear and obvious, we're going to take that trade, okay? Usually after news like this, I do take trades after, like at least 10 minutes after. Okay. So price left relative equal lows, bounced higher. You know, this right here, like these lows here are very suspect. Price right now is trading above the mean threshold on the 1 hour for the daily SIBI. Do keep this level in mind. They're very important, these levels. High, low, mean threshold, and if you guys use quadrants as well. Price right now touched the bottom of today's or this week's new week opening gap. These lows right here, yeah. Tell you this, they're gonna get taken. I just don't know when. We're gonna have to wait for price to turn around, and then that's probably our target there. But good eye there, Alex. But good eye there. You can see here, this red fair value gap that I have here on the charts, like ignore all the green ones. That's just a bit of noise that I'm just ignoring, at least from my end as well. But this is Monday's first presentation, fair value gap. And I might delete this one too. This one's not that important. Try to clear things up. All right, that's better. So you can see here, price rejected Monday's first presented fair value gap, broke to the upside, news came down, left relative equal lows, punched back up. Right now it's trading into the new week opening gap here on the 15-minute. You can see it a bit better than on my 1 minute here on the bottom left. And ultimately, yeah, we just have to wait here. Like from a daily perspective, what can price do? Right? So 2 scenarios really. Like price, this daily candle is going to stay in the upper half, and then it's just going to kind of going to do this. Or if we get a break lower, I think we're going to head a lot lower before heading higher. But my daily draws here above us is just, we kind of bounced off of the SIBI from a daily perspective above us, and now we're in the SIBI below us. And the SIBI is a bit tricky because look how long we're in the SIBI for. We're in it for essentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like 8. This is the 8th day, 2 weeks of being in this level. So the easiest. Hey, Sandrew. Euro USD looks interesting. We can go over in a sec. I don't trade Euro USD or futures in general, but we can definitely have a look at the price action there because price action is the same everywhere. Let's see here. But let me just quickly finish up with this here. So relative equal lows, price is pushing higher. What we're going to be waiting for is a first presentation today after 9:30 most likely, and that's going to be our trade idea. Usually after 6 o'clock, I usually plot the first presentation as well. I just want to see where it's at today on the charts. So it's right here. So look at this level from today and look how nicely price rejected it during the morning. First presentation after 6 a.m. Believe it or not, it just works. Okay. So we kind of rejected it once clearly here, twice, and then 3 times. This is a very messy rejection, but I'm gonna add this in to us for a level that price can bounce off of. 6 a.m. first presentation, fair value gap, and today's Thursday, right? 612. All right, so price currently is, remember this low, this liquidity that I said here, price might be coming into here, grabbing it, and then maybe pushing lower, or it might push straight up. To be honest, this is a 50-50 condition here. And if you're patient, it's pretty easy to figure out where price wants to go. Like we caught it, I think all of this week, we're in the positives for every single day, at least I did throughout the day. Euro USD. Let's look at Euro USD quickly here. Euro futures. Okay. Oh, that I'm not liking. Symbol. Okay, let's see futures here. All right, Euro USD from a daily perspective. Wow, it's, it just took all-time highs here. Well, I don't know if it's all-time highs. I haven't looked at it. It's definitely not all-time highs, but it took the most recent daily high here from a daily perspective. From a 1 hour perspective, it's definitely, very bullish, but it already took this liquidity. So if you're trading Euro USD, what are you trading? Are you trading a reversal from this area to catch the pullback, or are you going to be playing a continuation off of this key level taken today? Because everything after $1.16, I'll probably say you should be careful. And look what Euro USD did too as well at 6:45 today. It created a relative equal high. Look at that right there. Came back lower, and then with the news, essentially pushed through that high. And right now it's trading at all-time highs. So if you're taking longs, just be careful here. As I think the trade today was down here when it was coming back into this bullish order block. Right. Yeah, let's look at the weekly. I haven't even seen the weekly yet. Weekly fair value gap. So like that one right there. Is that what you're talking about? Weekly fair. This is Euro futures, by the way. It's not Euro USD, but they're very similar, right? Almost 1-to-1 from my understanding. But you can see here's like another, weekly fair value gap that kind of price bounced off of it, broke above. So depends how you're trading. Oh, not Euro futures. Let's see here. Do I have Euro USD on my list? I don't. Euro USD. FXCM. Do this one. Okay, a bit different. Yeah, so for those who are trading Euro USD, yeah, we got, there's a lot here. If you're really using, I don't use PD arrays from so far back. Like this is how many days here. So you're using PD arrays from 1,300 days ago, which is fine, right? But the way I trade is the last 20, 40, 60 days. But technically it's it's all that we have, so we got to use it. It rejected it, it's pushing above, and then like where's price going to? This is where my eye is, Sandrew. See these relative equal highs here? I think price is going to go there eventually from a weekly perspective, so that's going to be my higher term draw. From a daily perspective, yeah, price is definitely going to be pushing here. So once it's above this weekly, it's, again, if you're trading swing or intra, it's going to eventually get there. So, but I'm curious. I'm going to probably come back here in a couple days and see if it hit this level. I'm pretty sure it will. All right, let's go back to NQ. Why don't I have any levels on NQ? Oh, I'm NQ. This run after PPI was insane. To be honest, I wouldn't have caught this. There's no way. even if I had some kind of way to get in, for me, this is no go. Did anyone catch along after the news hit? If price today on the daily, it closes, what dare you say? Look at those walls. Yeah, nice. Okay, good eye there. If price on NQ closes in the upper half of this daily fair value gap, do expect a rally to the upside, maybe tomorrow or early next week. That's what I'm seeing as well from my end. All right, so not liking these relative equal lows below us. Price did form it. Come on, let's see. Price, what are you doing today? Let's find Thursday morning. Looking at key levels, as always, London highs are always suspect to be taken. London lows weren't taken. So this is kind of what I want to see today, right? Price can, of course, push higher, but it'd be really nice to see like liquidity taken, a reversal, and these lows being taken. And this might be like an afternoon trade or after 9:30, as Alex said. But these lows here are a bit too smooth for price just to rally from them. If I were to be interested in taking out these lows, I would need to see price trading somewhere in this range. Break the new week opening gap to the downside, preferably be below the mean threshold of the daily SIBI. And like this right here, these 80 points, this is going to be for me high probability shorts of these lows. Okay, I wouldn't be taking something from all the way up here unless like you're planning on having more RR but a lower strike rate. But for me, this is going to be the sweet zone for taking a short. All right, guys. Oh. So huge push from PPI. Let me see what else I can find here on the charts. This is going to be London highs. Let me just mark it here on the 1 hour so we know. London highs. This most likely is like the next high probability target. Right now, price on the 1 minute I pushed through all of these fair value gaps that were formed earlier this week. And the reason it's never usually this messy on my chart is just that price has been consolidating sideways. So once we get out of this consolidation, price, let's see here. So that's London highs here. We're pushing off of Tuesday's New York first presentation and Tuesday's Asia. We can get rid of Tuesday's Asia. There's just too much noise here. This would be like a continuation trade. Let's see how this candle closes here. 2 to 1. Again, it's really high up in the push. So just because I drew it doesn't mean I'm taking it. But if this candle right now just kind of bounces back, takes out these lows and closes in the upper part of Tuesday's, which is from 2 days ago, the first presentation, then we can take it long to this level. But it looks like it's not, okay? So this is kind of why we wait for confluence to see if price wants to essentially go in one direction or the other. We'll see. There's 4 seconds left of this candle. It's probably going to close below. It's pushing back into on the 5 minute into this. If the next candle closes above this candle, I will take a long. I'll take maybe a full risk long here. We'll see. Let's give it one more minute. I'd be okay with that. Like, where did it go? Did it hit anything meaningful? It didn't. It did touch this 5 minute BISI very lightly. Again, I'm not crazy about this. Like, this is Alex. I don't have Instagram, but I'll create one. Actually, I created one like 2 or 3 days ago. I just done nothing with it yet so far. I just don't have the time. So my focus is making money on the charts. Like YouTube and everything is secondary, but I'm gonna try to get an Instagram up and try to post some things there. Yeah, Instagram. If you guys want to follow me, this is my tag for Instagram. I'm pretty sure it is. That's it. Right. Taking a quick long here. Uh, 863. I don't want to see price going to the low of that 1 minute. Okay. This is not a great trade, guys, but it's decent. I'd be okay with this entry. I should have waited for this candle to close, to be honest. I didn't. I kind of jumped the gun there. And I need this to hold right now to push higher. But we have relative equal highs above us. This level I'm liking. Price just needs to turn around here, hold it, and push up higher. I rate this trade a B-. I was just impatient there. I am tempted to close it down right now, but I'll let it ride. Let it hit my stop loss. Come on, price. 10 seconds. Close within that first presentation fair value gap. Do me a favor. That I'm not liking that close. But I'm not going to close the trade here. I'll just let it take me out for a full R. What time is it right now? 8:50. All right. First loss of the day. Was impatient there, but yeah, yeah, I have nothing set up. All right, let me focus here a bit here. We're gonna wait for a deeper pullback here. Let's see how it's gonna react to that and the new day opening gap. That would have been a nice little run. It closes here and then it just pushes straight up. I was impatient. I'm reclassifying that as like a D- trade. So London highs. So this liquidity here has been taken on the 15-minute. I'm not even happy with that loss, to be honest. Slightly pissed off. All right, this is a great rejection overall. Price is digging right now into this 5-minute BISI. So we have relative equal lows below us. Within this specific range, already took out the highs. What's your rule after a loss? I have no rules. No, my rule is usually I take one more, but it has to be like very, very clean. And if I lose it, I lock out. So yeah, for sure. Even on live streams, like sometimes I take a loss and then within that same second, I re-enter the same position because I know it's gonna go to a specific direction. But if you guys notice that you guys blow an account very fast, then just go for a walk. So price went into this new day opening gap of 610 from 2 days ago. It rejected it. I'm not going to take a long from here right now. I need to see it close above this level, and I'll take another 1-to-1 here. We're just like in a very strong premium right now. So just got to, most likely price will be going long. It's just, you got to be careful. Okay, price is going to be breaking above the midpoint of this bearish candle on the 5-minute here. A 1-to-1. Like this RR is shit, to be honest, guys. Let's see how it respects this New York first presentation here. We got this level right here that I might even trade to. If price were to reject this and then turn around, that would be a lot nicer. But again, let's see what price wants to do. Like yesterday, we were extremely patient for an hour and a half before. Push higher and then go down, yeah. So price is kind of sticking to this fair value gap here. Let's see what we got. I'm staring at the 15-second chart here. These relative equal highs here are most likely going to get ran. 35 seconds. Here, I'm going to take an aggressive long right here. I'm hoping it doesn't reject it. I'm going to go to break even once it hits these highs, and I'm going to be targeting 863. Or once it hits these highs, I'm going to get right below this New York first presentation, and hopefully price is going to break it. I'm risking half of what I lost in the initial trade. Again, this is just me anticipating the breakout, because once it breaks out, I won't be able to catch it. So we close above the midpoint, which is good. We left more relative equal highs. We've already pushed into the 5-minute BISI, so price should technically push up from here. What's my risk if it takes that? $63. It's nothing. 63. Your price is attempting. I think it's going to go for these relative equal highs at least. I'm moving my stop. Okay, this is good. Price went into the mean threshold of this first presentation. It's rejecting it. We do need to see a close above this level right here. I would be shocked if it doesn't. My confidence of it going up from here is like 70%. At least to these relative equal highs here, but it'll be really nice to see it push and get London's highs tapped. My stop right now is here. I don't want to see price going lower than this 1-minute bullish fair value gap, or sorry, bullish order block. So far, the 1 minute's looking promising. Once it gets to this level, I am moving my stop right below this 1-minute candle for 0.25% risk. And the expectation is that it's just gonna, you know, blast through here and hit London highs at 63. So this is where my stop loss is. I'm not in love with this trade, but so far it's looking decent for at least a push up to this level right here. That level would just be $100. 63. It's almost there, a couple pips away until we go to break even. Or not break even, but we'll move it right there once it hits this level. Aggressive stop management here on such a tight risk. But right now the stop's right here. I don't want to see it break below this level. We're in the macro time right now, so hopefully price does shoot up. Price pushed into this 1 minute wick to the upside. I don't want to see closing below there, to be honest. We should be seeing a push here higher. And it looks like I'm going to be taken out any second now. Maybe not. I move my stop below this wick right here. If it pierces it, we're done. That was a nice rejection. I'm going to scale in a bit. My stop's right here. Come on, price. This is where you push up. I can't believe I'm still in this trade. Push, price, push. Go to the upside there. You can't just leave these relative equal highs just dangling here. So far, I'm not liking this anymore. But we're still holding. The bottom of the sphere value gap has really held nicely. My stop is below this candle right here. Once this breaks, trade's over. And there you go. Oh my gosh. What are the chances, eh? Little fucking win. Jeez, that was my anxiety here was a bit too high. All right, we're at 1 win, 1 loss. I was real close to being stopped out there, but price decided to tag that level. Okay, so since price tagged that level, I think we should celebrate by dropping a like. But now we're gonna, so this level has been taken. This is London highs. Okay. And now we are going to wait for a reversal. Okay, because right now, like, what am I interested in? We are in the upper half of first presentation. Sorry, I am so tired. What am I saying? We are in the upper half of the daily SIBI right here. London highs have been taken. And now what's of interest to me from a higher time frame, these relative equal lows, but for price to show me a trade, I'm going to want to see it start going in that direction. Give us a first presentation and then we take a lower. So sorry guys. I'll be back in 2 minutes. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Quick bio break. Let's grab some coffee. All right. So remember how we talked about reversals after taking this high here? Super aggressive. Something can possibly be taken here, but time of day, guys. It's so remember what ICT talks about: time, then price. And in this case, is it the right time? 9:07. I think the answer is no. But again, it just took out this key level, and I think as we talked about earlier, we're just gonna, fucking rocket to these lows here. But again, I might be wrong. It might go up. It's just my pre 9:30 analysis. We'll see what price gives us, and then we'll take a trade. So here's my long. So one sec. I took 2 longs today, and this one was like that. So you guys can see it was a double attempt to take up this level. Let's see what Chris said. Christopher without the ER. Do you leave that only for the current week or for more weeks? So I only leave it for the last 5 trading days. And each trading day has 3 first presentation fair value gaps. We got the New York, the pre-New York. Sorry, give me one sec, guys. The New York, the pre-New York, and the Asia. Okay, so let's talk, like, for example, while prices, hopefully I don't regret my words of not shorting from here, but it's not time of day, so we're not going to do it that way. But so after 9:30 is pretty obvious. First fair value gap after 9:30. After 6 a.m., so that's pre-New York. Look at today's right here. It's right here, okay? So price opened up at 6 o'clock. This is pre-New York. London's done. It created it right there at 6:01. And look, it bounced off of it once, twice, and then that's a really messy bounce, but that's a bounce off of it 3, okay? And then what it did here on the way up, it came back down to it, respected it, and then shot higher, okay? So that's how you draw the 6 a.m. First presentation. And then there's the Asia. So Asia is, when's Asia, guys? From what time to what time? Pop question for the group. We're back in elementary school. Surprise quiz. Let's see if anyone can guess it. But the answer is, if no one types it in the next 3 seconds, it's going to be Wednesday after 7 p.m. Okay. 8 p.m. Yep. So Asia is like it opens up at 7 p.m. So close. Like 8 p.m. is, usually what everyone teaches, but what ICT said is the first presentation after 7 o'clock. Okay. I'm not sure how daylight changes it in the future. It's just recently he's been using post 7 o'clock. So his teaching's not mine. So you can see here the first presentation. It's kind of like, this is more like a gap here, but I'll probably say it's right here. Okay. I didn't draw it out because I've got so many levels around here, but you can see here how price, respected it here, broke through it here. Do you see how nicely it got respected? So if you guys were trading Asia, start mapping this. And 1 o'clock. Sorry. So start mapping the first presentation for value gap after 7 o'clock, and start using that for like Asia trades. If you guys want to put that in your arsenal. Price also respects this moving forward. Like I'm not going to have this on my charts, guys. I'm going to go crazy with the amount of fair value gaps here that we have in consolidation. But look how price is rejecting this fair value gap. through all of London. And I'm curious. Here, not really, right? But anyway, but it's like very prominent, right? Throughout the entire day. So usually I have Asia's, but just because we've been consolidating for 8 days in this range, it's just so messy. So I apologize. It's going to clean up in the future weeks. And reasons why I know from London, to be honest, I haven't seen ICT use it. And until I see ICT use it, then I'll start doing it. Actually, hold on. ICT did use it in the past, I remember. So he talks about a concept called, and I gotta look back at his videos, but it's essentially the midnight opening range. I think it's from midnight to 12:30. So I can't recall this, but I think the first 30 minutes is when the, like, you know how we have like the New York range, we get the Asia range form, or sorry, the London range form. Okay. So you take the highest high and the lowest low here. So this is it right here. Okay. So this is going to be the Asia range. And then you can use the first, I think it's the first presentation. So this is the midnight range, and then using the first presentation, I think after 12. Let me double check that. First 30 minutes after 12, saw that video. Okay, that's what it is. Perfect. I used to use it. I kind of phased it out, right? Just naturally as like PD arrays come and go and looking at my stats. For some reason, I phased out this range, okay? If I traded London, I would definitely trade this. But you can see here, the first presentation, here's the range. And you can see how like price is kind of respecting the upper halves of it and the lower and the mean threshold. So if you guys want that, use it. But as of right now, what's working really well for me is just these 3 fair value gaps per day. And I just trade liquidity to liquidity. I posted a video, guys, yesterday on how to trade a very simple, and it's my bread and butter trading strategy. It's once liquidity gets taken, you start targeting the opposing side liquidity, assuming that it's clear, using first presentation or new day or new week. So if you guys want, review that video. I appreciate a like on it as well. But yeah, Christopher, you're absolutely right. I don't have a good reason. It's just ICT hasn't used it recently, and I kind of haven't used it either. Like all of my trading it's all from one source. It's just ICT. Whatever he teaches, I try to implement. If it works, I keep it. If it doesn't, or if, like, for example, I like fair value gaps. Do I like order blocks? Yeah, I guess I use them as secondary. And then as tertiary, I use wicks, right? So you know how ICT said the consequent encroachment of wicks can be seen as a gap? Sometimes I forget about that, but if a trade's going my way, I start mapping out wicks and I'm like, okay, I don't want price to break CE of this wick if it's going to continue to the upside. So those are some things there that I guess, hopefully, Christopher, I answer your question. But that's that. And do you guys remember last time how I said that it's not the right time of day to take a trade? I was really hoping price would rocket down, but because it's right before the open, we just took out liquidity. Like right now, guys, do you think price, like looking at the 15-minute chart, where do you think price is going to go? Do you think it's going to go higher and take out highs, or do you think it's going to go lower and take out these lows? I think from a retail perspective, or actually, hold on, I don't know. Alex, Chris, let me know what you guys think. Just looking at like my top right chart here, like where is price going to go after the open? I think price is going to head lower. It doesn't mean it has to, but I think like that's where my bias, this is my session bias that I'm creating. Pre-New York lows haven't been, London lows haven't been taken. Pre-New York lows created a relative equal low. Price yesterday, it was a bearish close. And I think, if I can think about this correctly, what's price doing here? It's, I think all the retail idiots are going to say, oh, PPI went up and maybe they might, take price higher, but really it's going to go lower because we're opening lower for the day. So you can see here on the top right, our RTH gap. What's RTH, guys? If you don't know, it's the RTH real time. Is it real time trading hours? Regular trading hours. Regular trading hours is yesterday's close from 4:14. So it's when NQ closes to when it opens today at 9:30. Okay. So it's going to be something like this. It's going to adjust in the next 13 minutes, but do expect price to or this green box to adjust after 9:30, and that's going to give me the range from yesterday's close to today's open. Okay, it's going to be around 55 points, and remember, rule one: there's a 70% chance that mean threshold gets hit. So can I see price going back up here? Yes. If I see it come back down, my anticipation is that was the fake out and it's going to go lower. Okay, if price blasts right through this, we might be entering highs, but again, session bias is short after 9:30. Let's wait for first presentation. Let's wait for some intraday some liquidity, and then we target that. Okay, so speaking about intraday liquidity, this is what my eyes going to right now. All this right here is liquidity. These relative equal lows. Okay, so I'm hoping that price kind of punches up higher, throws everyone off, takes out these highs from pre-New York, and then just punishes everyone lower and grabs these relative equal lows. I got back pain. Right now, I'm seeing news for the 9:30 open. Israel appears ready to attack Iran, officials in US and Europe say. So bearish sentiments in the air. But we'll see, guys. But as of right now, there's no trades being placed in the next 9 minutes. So I'm gonna lay off of the real time price action reading. Let my brain chill a bit. But it's taxing. It's definitely taxing to trade the 1 minute. I know traders that do higher time frame trading, but where they fail is in the last, like, they can't trade this. Like, this is intraday territory. This is not higher time frame territory. And we still manage these mini scalps. Like, how many points was this? 24 handles. I think that's a decent run. But when price starts trending, guys, we're gonna make a shitload of money. No more of these little dinky moves on the 1 minute. We're gonna be holding 100 handles. So if you guys have any questions or anything at all that you guys want me to review in the next 9 minutes or 8 minutes, let me know. All right. Gold auto trade. Right now, price is accumulating before the 930. This level looks so suspicious here. You guys didn't see this on your own. Probably revise how you guys are planning to trade. But again, it's of interest. Can price go the opposite direction and leave it? It can, right? It's just that this for me, this is engineer liquidity here that we're trading into. Yesterday in my backyard, I caught a budgie. And it's probably someone's budgie. I'm going to leave out some signs, but it looks like I got a new pot. Don't think someone's going to... All right, guys. Accumulation. Nothing's happening on the charts. Nothing is happening. This is okay. So I did mention these lows here, but I'm gonna play devil's advocate here, and this is where I think we might be wrong. Right? It's price. Like, do you see how it rejected the mean threshold on the lower half of this daily fair value gap? This could also shoot price higher. Okay, so have that bias in mind, and look at the 4-hour here. Like, it just 2 low wicked candles, known in the retail world as low tests. So again, I'm watching for that as well, but I have a bias. It's just, let's get a confirmation on 5 minute, on 1 minute, small risk, scale in. That's gonna be the plan. So what do we have here? We've got liquidity forming, relative equal lows. Today will trade till 10:30. One more note I want to make, guys, is today's liquidity got hit when? During 8:50 to 10:10. Sorry, 8:50 to 9:10. What is that? That is the morning macro before 9:30. So again, guys, one thing I want you guys to really nail in your heads from like my live streams is like first time then price. It took me such a long time to understand that concept. And I heard it many times and I'm like, yeah. First time then price. But it's as your strike rate goes up a lot the moment you start trading in specific time zones or time periods. So that's that. My phone's dying. Hold on. Okay, liquidity has been taken here. Pre 9:30. We're opening up in 1 minute. You can see my RTH gap is forming. Thank you, indicator. I really wish I didn't have to do this manually. So 65. So fairly healthy RTH gap. Okay. There's RTH gaps that are, healthy ranges and not healthy. Below 40, just watch it. Above 40 to 120 is perfect. And then after 120, usually if we open up bullish over 120 points, usually price runs in that direction for that day. Usually, not always. So that's some notes as well. Okay. What are we waiting for at 9:30? We are waiting for, it'd be nice to see midpoint hit, or at least like the first quadrant here. And then we'll have to see what price wants to do, but we have our bias. Okay. Like it'd be really nice for it to hit these relative equal lows here. This could be like an afternoon target. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Mean threshold has been hit real quick. Nice. If price breaks above the high of the daily BISI, which is essentially this level right here, this Tuesday afternoon first presentation, my bias is going to be slightly shifting to the upside. Okay. So that's kind of what's going to tilt my hand long versus short here. I transpose the daily BISI into my 5-minute chart here, just so that I can see the levels of where it's trading at. Right now it's trading around the 0.75 mark. Remember, today's first presentation is going to be after. Look at this, guys. Look how these bodies closed. All at midpoint of RTH gap. Interesting, eh? Midpoint, midpoint. This one opened up at midpoint. Wonder how it's going to close. Just interesting. Body closures. Completely random, right? So. Let's see. Once it breaks this level, highs are sus. But even if it gets this level up here, this is kind of level 1 here. So here's buy side. That's interesting. Okay. On the 15-minute buy side. Okay. So if price kind of gets above this level and it uses today's new day opening gap as like an area to bounce off of, like maybe we might take longs here. Okay. To buy side. I'm here. Yo. Garavit's in the house. Garavit giving you a quick recap here. 2 trades, 1 losing, 1 winning. Up a couple of pennies for the day, 80 bucks. Right, first presentation today, hasn't formed yet. Remember, it has to be on the 931 candle or after. There are some rules to that doesn't apply. And it's usually when it comes to like RTH hours, that's when price takes out. Oh shit. Okay, so look at this, guys, on RTH here. See these levels right here? Actually, hold on. I'm not too. This seems to me like liquidity here, but technically it's constantly taking liquidity until it drops. So anywho, we're going to just be using formal rules today on first presentation. It's not going to be this level. It's going to be the one that forms after it. Nice few bagels, XL French vanilla, and Timbits in it. Nice. French vanilla, man. That's so sweet from Timmy's. What's really good right now is the marshmallow cold brew from Tim Hortons. Highly recommend it. So London highs have been taken. I don't care about that. Price right now is just sitting at the mean threshold of the RTH gap. How did Heavenly? Nice. What do you want to do, Price? I do not think this is the first presentation. No, it's not. Because it took out a low in regular trading hours. But I wouldn't call that like major buy side liquidity. That was just a low from Wednesday. Wait, was that Wednesday's low? No, it wasn't. Yeah, okay. So here is a fair value gap that formed after 9:30. It's not the first presentation. I'm wondering if price might key off of this and push lower. Price did touch today's end dog of 612. The body on the 5-minute closed in the lower quadrant. Nice. I'll be right back. 2 minutes, guys. Or actually, hold on here. Okay. So here is, this is going to be the macro time. Okay. Let's change this to a different color because I use blue too much. Purple, cool. And now we just have to wait for price to give us something. I think today's trade's gonna happen at 950. There's no red folder news. That's when we might have the macro kick in. But you can see here, guys, I am like the way these candles are opening and closing above the new week opening gap. This is kind of pushing me to longs, right? But then the 15-minute and the 5-minute are shorts. I'm conflicted right now, to be honest. So I'm going to wait for a bit more here. Something super obvious. Because I'm sure you guys realized when you guys are trading, you guys take a not so obvious setup and you get a loss. But then like later on the day, there's like a super clean setup and you take it and you make a bit of profit. But you're like, damn, I really could have made a lot more if I just didn't take that like one kind of okay, decent setup. So I think when it comes to traders failing, it's patience. And sometimes I like patience. I think I liked patience here in the first one. It just wasn't. When did I take it? I can't even remember. I think I took it here where price was going to break it and it didn't break it. And then it just consolidated lower. So we can see price here. We still don't have a first presentation, but it's rejecting this area here noisily. And the ones that I'm focusing on the most is yesterday's and today's first presentations. Where are Wednesday's first presentations? Oh, they're above us. Okay. So you can see here, price rejected this 930 fair value gap, pushed up higher. Is ICT giving us any signals today? He's not. Sometimes he does, rarely. He's like, price is going to go here, and it fucking goes there. TP gonna hit 950. Oh, you're long. 895. So you're aiming for, what are you aiming for, bro? Oh, that high right there. I see it. Okay. Did you take it off of this fair value gap here? Like the first one after. It's not the first presentation. First, I think first presentation is going to be here today, guys. I don't like when we get like 930 FEGs. This is today's. This is going to be Thursday's New York first presentation. And then I add a date so I know what to delete. Nope, 775. Oh, you've been long from 775? Holy shit, man. Okay, good job. Good job, Garrett. Like, am I interested in like a long like this? It goes into first presentation. Then what would I target? Buy side, which is right here for me. I don't know. It's a possible trade. A 2-to-1. But I'm not liking these lows below us. Even though that we're pushing away from it, we're about to break. Once we break this level right here, this Tuesday afternoon first presentation, then things are going to look a bit better. But right now I'm not feeling it, guys. I'm not feeling it. So we had a bullish open into RTH. There's a massive fair value gap on the 15-minute here. It could be seen as a breakaway, to be honest, and it just gives strength to hit buy side. But we'll see here. All right, we got, I'm going to try playing something here. I'm just curious if it's going to go through. All right, we got, I'm going to try playing something here. I'm just curious if it's going to go through. All right, we got, I'm going to try playing something here. Okay, it's looping. Okay. All right, guys. It's 9:42 here. Price essentially created its first presentation. It bounced off of it. Interesting level of buy side above us. These relative equal highs here from, I guess, yesterday's afternoon session into like Wednesday's first presentation. So like I think 9:14 is the level to hit if we're going longs. I'm just not. We're just in such a premium right now. This last little bit here, it's probably going to get caught. But let's see if we can break above Tuesday's afternoon and maybe take a trade off of it. We'll see for the final trade of the day. But we're not in the macro time yet. But that's where I see buy side at. And we got the RTH high as well. Usually what I like to see when it comes to first presentation fair value gaps is price going into them, displacing away, creating a creating a fair value gap. We trade into that fair value gap and then we take a long. That's the proper way. It's the most conservative way, but it's my favorite way of trading them. Four-hour fair value gap. Oh, right there. Yeah, I see it. Okay, so yeah, so I see your target there. I just don't want to take another one-to-one trade. I want it to be at least 2-to-1. Because long-term, it's very hard to be profitable on one-to-one. So right now, price, this level right here is very strong. It's the daily high, or sorry, the daily SIBI high. Price has respected this so many times in the past, as you can see here on the top left. So let's see how it's going to respect from this level. If it's going to push lower from here, I'm not going to take a long. If kind of go above it, come back into it, that might be the position for the long. But again, macro time, guys. 9:50 to 10:10. I think we're a lot closer to this buy side than to this buy side. Like if price were to turn around from here, I don't think it will. Just dropping like a rock to these levels. If we drop below the first presentation, invert all this, and then we start push, yeah, maybe shorts. So there's this weird gap right here that we have. Oh, right now we are in the weird gap that I was talking about is today's new day opening gap. So we traded into it. We're right now rejecting it to the downside. 20%, nice scare of it. Uh, 5-minute candle is closing in 3 minutes. That's going to take us to the 9:50 macro, and then we're going to start hunting. Okay. Price right now on the 1 minute. It's let's see how it closes relative to this new day opening gap here. Okay, close with, close in it. It'd be really nice to see it trade above it, dig into it, reject, and then that would be like my long idea. So something like that, and then like that would be it essentially. A 2-to-1. But that's only if we close above it, we go back into it, displace, and it gives me confirmation. Because we're in such a big premium right now, right? Option 2 is we start collapsing from here. And that was the move higher to SIBI high. So let's wait a bit here. I'm curious how this 5-minute candle is going to close. Bottom right chart. If it's going to, if the body's going to stay in the upper half of this new dog, that's going to be bullish, right? But again, we're in such a long stretch here. So I don't love trades where it's trading in such a premium where you just catch like the very tail end of it. Okay. Let's see how it's going to close here. It's breaching above SIBI high. I want to see it close above 882.25. Come on, close above it. 883. So close slightly above. But we're gonna, again, like, am I loving this? No, just closed at the end dog high. Okay. We need to see like it breaking out from here and coming back in into like a first press or into a fair value gap. This trade, I guess, maybe it was decent, taking along from like this rejection here, but that's not my trading strategy that I use. All right, price went into this level, rejected it in 20 seconds. Let's see how it closes. This is a nice rejection on the upper half. I want to see this kind of close above this level here. So if we take it something like this, what would we have? 1.6 to 1. Again, tight. We're entering the 950 macro at any second now. All right, I have top step X ready for, okay, so we closed above it. Let me see the 15-second here. We hit the RTH high. I'm gonna wait for a bit more here. And if I miss the trade, I miss the trade. I'm just not fully in love taking a long. How many points are we aiming for here? 28 points. We want to see a bit more disruption to the downside here and like guarantee a very tight stop loss. Like if this candle here closes somewhere here, I think that's a decent long. But we are at the upper levels of this RTH gap. This close I don't like. We're still above. So we closed now below the daily SIBI high. Okay. And is this the rejection? So this is kind of how it's like trading at these, like, I'm gonna call them all-time highs on the intraday. It's just gotta watch out. And for me to take shorts, it has to break below today's first presentation. That's a rule that I have in my books. Let's see how this candle here closes. It'd be nice to see it close above. If it closes above here, I think that's going to be a decent long. If it doesn't, then let's see if it's going to go short and if we can get a position in. Because we are in macro time right now. So we close right now within the end dog. If we close below it, longs aren't looking too good anymore. Two minutes, we get a 5-minute close. Let's see where this candle is going to close here on the 1 minute in 10 seconds. If the 5 minute closes like that in the next 2 minutes, that would look really nice for longs. I'm still waiting here for my end. Waiting for more. I do like how price is staying within and kind of poking its head to the upper side of the new day opening gap of today. One minute till the 5 minute closes. 1 minute and 10 seconds. The reason why I'm waiting for more here is because I'm not confident in longs right now because we're so high up. And that's why I'm waiting for like it to be super clear for me to just rip along. Because price can easily just shoot back down here because we're in such a premium here. And for this final scalp here, we just have to wait for the 1 minute, the 15 second, the 5 minute to line up really well and say, hey, price, I'm going to go up. But like once my confidence is 70%, that's when I'll take the trade. Okay. The candle closure here on the 5 minute was decent. It stayed above the mean threshold, but we are not interested in that. It never gave us the right signals and signs. It completely went to the RTH high here. Price right now is digging back into first presentation of the day. Okay. And this is displacement, baby. Okay, close in the lower half of the RTH gap or the first presentation gap for today. Let's try to see if price right now shoots all the way up back to here, for me, that's a clear long. Okay, nice 1-to-1. But if it doesn't, then not interested in longs. So we got to really weigh our options here when it comes to positioning long or short. You can see here, clear. We have 2 levels of liquidity, one above us and one below us. Price perfectly filled RTH gap today. — 6-to-1. If it just drops to the lows. So price right now is still being held within the first presentation today. Let's get price, 15 more minutes, 20 more minutes. And then if nothing happens at 10:30, we'll cut it. It's probably going to be like an afternoon type day. This low right here, this is the 9 o'clock low. Or sorry, the 9:30 low. Hasn't been rated yet. I just positioned myself to see what the trade would look like from a stop loss. I'm not in love with the stop loss, but this first presentation should hold weight. And if price does break below it and get back into it, I wouldn't expect this fair value gap here to be taken, assuming that price is bearish. We're in the macro right now, 11 minutes left. Price still has time to show us where it wants to go. But you can see here, liquidity below us, above us on the 15-minute. That was a deep retracement into the first presentation. People that were long here, you would have been break even at this point. Price here on the previous candle, it rejected and respected the mean threshold of this first presentation. You can see here, guys, like price didn't do much over the last, like since the open, right? So if you guys feel like you're missing out on moves, nothing happened. No main move has happened yet. We've just opened into the RTH gap and just stayed within it. See, price, close that mean threshold again. It's pushing above. Is this the pullback before the move higher? No, could be. We got relative equal highs here above us. At RTH highs. What are your thoughts, guys? I'm curious. You guys think price is going to go up or down? Okay, price pushed above RTH here. You can see how my bias is shifting as price action is unfolding. It would be nice to see displacement away from RTH right now, coming back into, and by RTH, I mean first presentation, coming back into and then pushing higher. But price is doing none of this right now. It's giving us no confirmations on where it wants to go. Right now, is this time dilation? Maybe. We've only had one fair value gap form since the morning, right? That's sus, guys. We got one here and then one here. Two fair value gaps formed over the last 50 minutes. No strong displacement away from first presentation right now. Price is pushing into this 1 minute bearish fair value gap marked in red. Again, this has very little weight to my trade. Where I see the weight is the new day opening gap and the first presentation. Those are ultimately the first two here. The first two PDA arrays that I'm putting most weight to. And same here is same thing like this. Give me one sec, everyone. right. Overall, 1 minute. This is bearish order flow. Perfect. Okay. I might take a short here. If we close below it, come back into it. That's going to be my entry. 930 lows, 1 to 8. Okay. If this candle pushes in and pushes back out, it will give me an instant rebalance. That's going to be a position that you can take. But it'll be nice to see this 1 minute candle struggle to get back into the fair value gap. If price just shoots right through it, for me, that's not going to be a rejection to the downside. It's just more of consolidation, or it might be pushing up. This candle's going to close in 15 seconds here. I really hope it pushes back down. Okay. Price went to midpoint here. Not interested anymore. It's very easy to spot when price is going to be doing something like this. It's like you just have to anticipate what the next candle is going to do. And if it doesn't do it, go on the sidelines. I've done that 5 times today, and I've missed nothing. Okay. This is called the silver bullet fair value gap. First fair value gap after 10 o'clock. Nice rejection from it. Let me see how this 1 minute closes here in 3 seconds. So it rejected it. It's still staying on the lower half of the fair value gap. I'm not. Like the short from here would be like this. You wouldn't want it to pierce that, and then you're anticipating that it'll break out and just shoot lower. And hit the opening range lows. But I'm not loving it. This for me is like a B- trade, if anything. Confidence is close to 50-50 here too. You have a nice risk reward, 2 to 1. But price isn't telling me that, hey, I'm going to push down 100%. It's like, I might push down. So. What garbage PA? We're back above it. Jeez. And this is the push right now. I don't think I can get in on this. This was a very hard. Let's see if we can get back to like this level here for like a 1-to-1. If it comes back lower, we'll take it. I would not be able to catch this. Impossible. It's going for buy side here. I want to reject RTH high here. I'm dropping down to the 15-second here. Let's see if I can get a scalp on the 15-second. I don't want to see you breaking that. This candle, I would want to see close above the RTH high. 870. Good. Okay, I'm targeting the highs. I'm in a 1-to-1 here. 914. I got it a bit higher here. Not the best entry. Stop loss is protected. At 74.25. And then I want these highs to be taken up by side now. It's not even a 1-to-1. It's like a 0.92 to 1. But it's okay. On my charts, on Top Step, it's almost a 1-to-1. But I'll take it. Chance of it hitting here is, I think, 70%, and stop loss is 30%. So I'll take my chances here. And this is probably going to be my last trade of the day, guys. Tough PA, to be honest. What level is this exactly? 714.25. Okay, that's where my... All right, we're still in the macro time. We're about to leave it any second now, but that's fine. Residual macro might push it up higher. This is going to be a nice close for the 1 minute. Went into RTH cap, came back into it. Now I just want to see it push higher. Very hard PA today. I want this level to be respected. I don't want it to break lower. At this point, if price is truly bullish, it should just rocket from here. Nice rejection here. I may scale in if it gives me one more of these like rejection candles off the RTH gap. Nice. Good closure for that candle. I scaled in a bit more. It's creating a lot of sell-side liquidity here on the 1 minute, but I think it's going to hit these highs. I think confidence right now is around 80%. Stop losses moves below this candle right here. I don't want to see it breaking this. That's where my stop loss is. I'm going to break it to, it's going to go to break even extremely soon here. Okay, stop loss is below here. If price decides to go back to this level, I will be upset. No reason, bro. Keep going. I have to watch out for this high right here as well. That is Wednesday's 4 o'clock high, but it should pierce right into this high right here. Okay, now I'm at break even officially. So it's either I make money or nothing happens. in 20 seconds, we might have a fair value gap form here. That'd be really nice to see. And we got a gap into the upside. Nice. And if you guys are enjoying the stream, feel free to drop a like and a sub if you guys are interested in seeing more content. But, you know, patience pays. That's what they say. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going. Come on. Come on, price. You're so close. I'm going to scale out one contract here. Come on. Oh, I'm one tick away. I'm going to scale another contract. If price doesn't hit this level, there you go. Guys, we did it. 2 wins, 1 loss. I'm up 300 on all my accounts. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Did you guys enjoy it? Can I get some feedback? Man, this very hard trading day today. And look at that, price just keeps fucking going. Good job, man. Oh, Alex, you're still here. Man, I'm tired. Yeah, so like when you guys, if you guys are 1 minute traders, previous week high, you know what? I don't know where it's gonna go, to be honest. Like, of course, all of buy sides here. But honestly, guys, I have to thank you, because having even a tiny audience like this, it makes me like extremely patient. When I'm trading on my own, I take way riskier setups and I don't wait for so much confluence. But with you guys, I want to make sure that I'm delivering the best possible content and the best possible trades. So this trade, I'll classify it as the only reason why I didn't like it is the risk reward. I think it sucked. Like, I scaled in too, so maybe at the end it was like a 1-to-1, right? But it was like, you shouldn't be, I shouldn't be taking 1-to-1 trades. I'm breaking rules there. This one, the first one, I put a bit too much risk on. My fat finger just put in too many contracts. And then my second trade of the day, it was normal risk, but I essentially broke even with a bit more from the first one, okay? And then this one just had a really shit risk reward, but we managed to kind of scale in. As I saw, like these candles just, once this candle here rejected RTH high, I'm like, it's gonna go up from here. So let's give price 5 more minutes. Maybe it might give us some 6 setup. I don't think it will, but when did price move today? It moved within the macro time. Look how we used the first presentation fair value gap today. Just like study it, guys. The first fair value gap after 10 o'clock being the silver bullet fair value gap. I need to rewatch ICT's silver bullet stuff. I've never really traded silver bullet, but from my understanding, it's the first fair value gap after 10 o'clock. You're using it and you're hitting liquidity. Very simple. I just have to double check his 30-minute video to see if that's actually it. And I'll start incorporating that in live streams. But all in all, that's it for today, guys. I'm really tired after these live streams, but I guess on that note, let me at least leave you guys with what I think is going to happen today. Trade fractal models is great, man. Yeah, that I don't know what it is, Alex, but I'll look into it. But it looks like on the hourly perspective, I just don't like these lows, to be honest. But we did on the daily. We broke up from this daily fair value gap. This is nice. Okay. If price closes between these two levels here, I think tomorrow it might push higher. Okay. But when you guys are trading, always keep in mind the high, the mean threshold, and the lows of daily fair value gaps. And if you guys want to get really complex, I don't do it. Maybe sometimes use quadrants. And you can see price bouncing between these quadrants. Okay. So on that note, guys, take care. Tomorrow I won't be trading, so I guess I'll see you guys Monday. And stay safe, guys. Talk soon. And feel free to watch my latest YouTube video and leave a comment if you like it, okay? I personally really like it, but I want to get your feedback if you guys like that kind of content or if you want something else. But I'm going to be going through all of ICT's models, and I'm going to be kind of incorporating them on live streams. So I don't know, just trying to get you guys to trade better and myself to trade better. I'm not perfect, so take care, guys. Talk soon. Stay safe.